Yeah, that's my son. You can't say.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that one to my son, okay?
Okay, bye-bye. Yo!
Yo!
Call the cops right now! Call the cops right now! Yo!
To that father who smacked that little girl because she was bullying his son, honestly, you did what you had to do. So watch that video and see how little that boy was and how older that girl is. And for the son to feel comfortable enough to come to his dad and say, like, I'm getting bullied by this girl. So the dad has to come out and say something like, don't say that to my son. And then for her to sit there and disrespect the father in front of his face, just imagine what she is saying or doing to that little boy when no adult is around. Those are the kids that parents need to be on the lookout for and take control of, because she literally sat there and was about to bully that boy again in front of his father. How disrespectful is that? I feel so bad for that little boy, because these are the kids who get bullied, who say something, who tell these people, and guess what? Those bullies get no punishment and they go on and they just continue to bully the kid even more. And then next thing you know, you see them on the news. It is disgusting that it had to result in the dad using physical force to get her, but what other punishment can you do for someone who is that disgusting? I hope the little girl learned her lesson, and maybe next time she'll think next time before she starts bullying a little kid or bullying anyone, honestly.
How you doing, everyone? You'll have to excuse me because I'm hanging washing up on the area. Has anybody seen the video that's going around social media? Young child goes to the park, gets bullied by a group of teenage girls, right? So this child goes home to dad, says, I'm getting bullied down the park by these teenage girls, they've been really horrible and mean to me and upsetting me and making me cry and potentially hurting me and pushing me around or whatever, right? So what dad does is he goes to the park, has a bit of to do with these teenage girls, getting all mouthy, all leery, because they know that they ain't gonna, they can get away with what they want without any repercussions. Dad slaps this girl, 12, 13-year-old, slaps her around the face. So he's sticking up for his kid, tries to teach this girl some manners, respect, discipline that traditionally these children aren't being taught in today's society. Who's in the wrong, the bully or the dad? Has the dad done the right thing by sticking up for his child and slapping this girl? Because I've seen the video and she was being a proper prick, to be fair. What are your thoughts? Do you stick up for your kids? Do you let these idiots get away with whatever they're doing? If you rung the police and said this child's being abusive and nasty and mean to my little kid, would the police do anything? Do you take it on yourself to do the policing yourself and teach this kid a lesson? I don't know, I'm very torn about it. What are your thoughts on it? I am curious. I just don't know yet. I can't make my mind up whether it's right or wrong. Leave some comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have a good day. Stay positive. Love to you all.
So I've seen the video where the father slaps the bully in the face because she's bullying his son. Now, we can agree that the father was wrong for putting his hands on the child that isn't his. We can agree on that. But multiple things can be true at once. And the truth that we can't deny is that every action has a reaction. There are consequences to your actions. And you don't control the consequence that you get. The only thing you control is what you do. You control your actions, how you treat others. That's what you control. You don't control the consequences that are coming your way. She got her consequences. Nobody says that the consequence has to be right or is going to be a consequence that you agree with or that you think is fair. The rule is every action has a consequence. She was a bully. As a result of that, the consequence is she got hit in the face. Sometimes the consequence to your action is unfair because your action to someone else is also unfair. And if we're going to talk about the dad being wrong, we're addressing point B before we address point A. And in this scenario, point B would never have existed had she had not been a bully, which is point A. She was a bully. And if we take away that, then the point B reaction would never have happened. When people seem to think that like, I don't know, like in a situation where somebody is being terrible to someone else, that there's this moral high ground that the rule of consequence needs to follow. The fact of the matter is, consequences sometimes could be brutal. Sometimes you get what's coming to you and it's not nice. Yeah? So don't be a bully. And I'm not saying that he's right, or if it happened to my daughter, I'd be okay with it. I'd put that man in the ground if it was my daughter. But I'm going to stand with my family, right or wrong. You understand?
Guys, so I've just seen the video circulating on TikTok of the man who slapped his son's bully. So, my opinions on this as a mum, yeah? Like, it's wrong because he's a man, like he's a grown-ass man, and he smacked her. But could you imagine standing there, your son stood next to you, and you're so upset, and the bully's just stood in front of the face, laughing, not caring what you're saying. Like, obviously, if you know your child's getting bullied at school, as a parent, you feel it. Like, Havana's never been bullied, but there's been days where she's like, Mum, I don't want to go in today because I've argued with my best friend, and even I'm feeling sad for her. Like, I'm coming out of school, and you can ask my friend, like, Annie, she'll tell you. I'm there like, I'm ringing the school, like, is she all right? Can you go check her mood? Is she fine? That's over something and nothing. So could you imagine how he felt knowing that his son's getting bullied? He's probably going home crying, and she's there mocking and laughing in front of the dad. Like, he's wrong because of how grown he is and because he's a male, but I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, I fully feel like she deserved that slap. Like, she deserved the slap because of how cocky she was. So yeah, I just seen the video and I thought I'd give my intake on it because, you know, but I feel like she 100% deserved that slap. Just maybe, obviously not off him, he could have got someone else to do it, I don't know, but, you know. Just put yourself in that situation, yeah, for all the people saying he's wrong, put yourself in that situation and your child's bully stood in front of you laughing, taking the piss. I feel like I'd do the fucking same, sorry, like, I feel like I'd just do the same.
That's to my son. You can't say. You can't say that one to my son, okay?
Okay, bye-bye. Call the cops right now!
So before I start with this video, I just want to put across that I do not believe in violence against children. But we're going to talk about this incident that happened, and it's been all over my FYP, so let's talk about it. So I'm going to assume that the little boy has been bullied for quite a while by the girl that was in the pink t-shirt. And the dad got involved, and you can hear in the video, he wasn't aggressive. He said, please do not talk like that to my son. And basically coming to his child's defence, as every parent should do. The girl then continued to bully the little boy with the parent standing right next to her. I don't think people understand the lengths people are willing to go to protect their child, no matter who it is or how old they are. So the dad decided he had enough and basically slapped the bully across the face, which I think was completely reasonable. This once happened to my stepson a few years ago. He was getting bullied by this girl that was the same age as him, in the same class, and me and the dad had to go in. Mum was busy, she couldn't make it, she was away for work, which was understandable. We had to address the fact that multiple times to the school that my stepson was being bullied, he was coming home crying, he was too scared to go to school because of this bully. So I kindly put it across to the parents, you need to discipline your child, because if it kept going, me or my partner would. And the parent of bullies, I've come across it working in schools, I'm being a step parent myself, they don't discipline their kids whatsoever because they think the sun shines out of their backside. So I kindly put it across to my stepson, if she bullies you again, you punch her as hard as you can in the face. The parents of the bullies got really aggressive and I stood up and my partner stood up saying, well, if that's the case, you're not going to discipline your child, we'll have to discipline you next time, and I don't care where it is, you'll fall flat on your arse. Parents of bullies that don't discipline their kids need to understand that if their bully of a child is not disciplined, they are going to meet someone
at the wrong place at the wrong time. They are going to piss the wrong person off and they are going to get shredded into pieces. I will die for my stepson. He is my absolute world. And me and his baby mama get on pretty well. You do not mess with anybody's kids. That's the end of it.
Okay, so this dad decided to slap a little girl in the middle of the street in pure daylight. Well, the reason was because this small little girl, a minor by the way, was bullying his son. And the slap was the only way to deal with the bullying. Like, I understand that this new generation is very frustrating, but slapping a minor isn't exactly the save the day moment that you think it is. Well, morally, I get it, alright? I am a father, he's a father, he's trying to protect his son from bullying and things like that. And the instinct sometimes comes and is very strong, and we all can find ourselves in that thing. But legally, that is like crossing a line. You cannot fight bullying with more violence, because it's like trying to extinguish fire with gasoline. And while the intent might be to stand up for your child, a slap only opens the door to a serious legal consequence, not to mention teaching your kid the wrong way to solve the problems. And next time, don't slap little girls. Bring both of the parents in there. Think like an Albanian. Bring both of the parents, slap them both while the little girl is watching, so she knows what bullying is right now. So you give her a lesson, you give the parents a lesson, and at the end, you're not gonna have this much legal problem as you're gonna have while slapping a fucking little girl. Stop normalizing bullshit, you know?
You can't say. You can't say that onto my son, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
So there's been an issue going on where that girl who got slapped has been bullying that boy. The boy is an Italian boy. Bullies that boy so much that the father had to come outside to say to the girl, please don't bully my child again. Don't say that to my child again. While the father was present, trying to correct about the situation, she said, okay, bye-bye, thinking she's untouchable. Right in front of the father. Why the father? Can you imagine? She tried to bully the child again, and the father just went, pop. I'm not saying it's right. I am not saying it's right. But whatever you cannot do to your parent, don't do it to other people. There's a say, they say in Yoruba, they say, Ọmọ tó bá gbẹ́ kò ní lé, ó máa gbà níta. So let me translate that for you. That means a child is not well raised at home. He or she will learn the lesson outside. So that you just learn, little girl, is that there's some lines you don't cross. The man is wrong for slapping you because you're underage, but that does not mean you should use that as a privilege to respect people who, like the way you practice your culture. Here in the UK, they give you the audacity to do so. Some people have the same culture as you, where you cannot dare do that to them. So what you've just got there is a little bit of a lesson. It's like, have a bit of a respect for people older than you, and you stop bullying people's children, because there are consequences for every action.
Yeah, that's my son. You can't say. You can't say that onto my son, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
Do you know what, yeah, with no doubt, as an old man, as a man, yeah, you don't freaking hit a child, yeah? But you know what, yeah, this freaking girl, yeah, her parents need a freaking pulling aside and actually having a word or two with. She is so spoiled. First of all, bullying a freaking another child is no joke. Children are doing suicide. Parents are taking heat. So respect to this father for coming up to the bully and talking to the bully and saying to the bully, look, what are you doing? This is what parents should be doing. As a mother, that's what you should be doing. As a father, that's what you should be doing. You understand? You can't just turn a blind eye to it. What's your freaking child gonna think? Oh, no one's helping me. This is why they're doing freaking suicide. So this father's confronted this girl and says, why are you bullying my freaking son for? And you can see this girl is well older than this boy. And then she takes a freaking piss in front. Instead of getting a bit embarrassed or a bit scared and thinking, you know what, oh, this is wrong, you know what I mean, apologize, you know, don't go to my parents, or you know what I mean, something like that. She's taking a piss and says some fun and joke. So my man's flipped it. My man's is flipped out and freaking slapped her. I don't think he's uppercut her. I don't think he gave her an uppercut. A lot of people are saying uppercut. Nah, bruv, I don't think he gave her an uppercut. I think he just slapped her. You understand where I'm coming from, yeah? But some people are saying she deserved it. So next time she will freaking realise that don't freaking take the piss. This is severe. You understand? And some people say, nah, the father shouldn't have done that. So what I think both. She deserved it. She deserved the freaking slap. And second thing, the guy shouldn't have done that because he's a man. He shouldn't even done that. You understand where I'm coming from, yeah? But this ain't freaking no joke thing. I've made a video about this 2 days ago. About freaking bullies. Listen to me. Listen to me. Teenagers, children, in school, teenagers, adults, whatever. Stop freaking bullying other freaking children in school. You're a freaking child. Stop bullying another child in school. Because it's not on. You know where I'm coming from, yeah?